Kenzie, man. Follow me on all socials. What's popping? On this beautiful Thursday, November something. 13th, 14th, 15th. We somewhere around there in the middle of November. Awful night for me on FanDuel. Just tremendous. Awful night on FanDuel. I could have won 600. I don't know what I was thinking. I took the Blazers, I took the Trailblazers, and I took the Chicago Bulls. I know. No, Cade Cunningham. No, I thought the Bulls were going to come back. And then I had a chance for a nice cash out when the Bulls, I got it down to 6, but I was trying to be greedy. I did pick 2 games right, picked Thunder right, Nuggets right. I should have stuck to my 2 teamers. I just made a video about not being greedy on parlays, and here I go with a 4 pick for 200. Like, it's just greed, bro. Like, when you greedy, you can tell people to not be greedy, you'll still be greedy. But that ain't the purpose of this podcast. This pod today is, I like to ask women, right? Do you like a well-groomed man, right? Do women like well-groomed men, right? Follow me on all socials. You can call in, riverside.com. I got the link up. You want to tap in, I'm on live. You tap into one of the lives, tap into Riverside, jump in the chat. But this is my question, right? Do women like well-groomed men? And if you do like them, how far does it go? So, like, when y'all say well-groomed, like weekly haircuts, like me, I get a haircut once a week. I'm well-groomed. Manicures, pedicures, I get them both. I like being well-groomed. This don't have nothing to do with my woman. This is about me. This is something I like doing. I like taking care of myself. I'm a big guy. Being a big kid in the inner city, I always was, and I was kind of, we had some financial hardships and shit, so I was always conscious of looking good, like my clothes being ironed. My mom, my sister always had me ironing my clothes. My uncles used to put his clothes in the cleaners, you know what I mean? So I was just very conscious of my style and how I look. So yeah, my uncle was a boss player. My daddy was a player, like long nails. I would see him get manicures. And then when I was a kid, I would hear women talking about how sexy my uncles and my daddy's hands was because they was manicured. So as a little boy, you like, okay, well, that's what I like. So if she like that and that's my uncle, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm really curious with women, do y'all like well-grown men? Because on the internet, I see a lot about, well, I don't like my man too well-groomed or too this and that. And everybody's got their preference because I'm married, but this is just curiosity. Like, do you like your man to get manicures and pedicures? Me, I don't even like how my nails look, somebody clip them. I got nice looking hands, man. You know what I mean? I'm a good looking dude. I take pride in being a good looking dude. I don't have no insecurities to say, well, damn, I got to look rough so a motherfucker could think I'm tough, or a motherfucker could think I'm a real man because I got calluses on my hand and my nails all broken up. No, I didn't come from that mantra. I'm a player. You know what I mean? My daddy, uncles drove Cadillac. So I like being well-groomed. Clothing wise, ladies, do you like a man that keeps his clothes ironed in the cleaners? And if you say you don't, you're probably lying. You might be lying to make the man you with now feel better, but you don't want no man with no wrinkled up clothes all the time, dusty ass jeans. Yeah, you ever seen a woman in a relationship with a nigga that can't dress? She ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? This nigga don't smell good. You know what I'm saying? This nigga just wearing the same balled up jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like, women want fly niggas. You ain't gotta be a pretty boy, but be well groomed, man. Wear a belt. You know what I mean? Keep clean drawers. Take multiple showers. Put your clothes in the cleaners. So women, do you like men who are very meticulous about their clothes, how they dress, creases, creased pants, iron clothes? Like I said, me being tall, I was 5'11" in the 6th grade. I was not going to come to school with wrinkled up ass Levi's. It's not me. My mama wasn't with it anyway, but by the time, whether she was with it or not, My sisters taught me how to iron. I wasn't leaving the house looking all balled up. I got a presence about me, and with that presence comes a responsibility to dress well. So I'm curious, women, like, do you like your man if he's financially able to put his clothes in the cleaners? You know what I mean? Like, where does the line draw for you about how well groomed you like a man, right? So we got manicures and we got keeping your clothes up. Follow me on all socials at Concrete Genius Pod. Get a copy of my book, The Game Changer. 8 tips for man to find peace. It is me. I am him. Anybody want to jump on the pod, you free to jump on my live right now. I got the live going. You go to riverside.com, or you can go to any of my apps and you can click on the link. Join the pod, man. It's real simple right now. I got the book, The Game Changer, 8 tips for man to find peace. You live right now with Sauce McKenzie. It is your boy. It is me. I am him. We talking about, do women like well-groomed men? Do women like well-groomed men? And how far does that grooming go? So those are 2 questions. If you say, yeah, I like them well-groomed, how far? Like me, I get weekly haircuts. Bald head, I can't walk around with the Sherman Hemsley. What is he? I ain't George Jefferson, nigga. I got to keep my shit clean and bald. You know what I mean? My wife like rubbing on that motherfucking Marvin Hagler, that Lou Gossett. You know what I mean? And you got to keep this motherfucker shiny. My girl like that motherfucker shiny. You know what I mean? You got to put your hand on that motherfucker cocoa butter lotion. You know what I'm saying? Well groomed. And then I'm Choctaw Indian. I can't put none of them cheap ass 99-cent razors on my head. So I got to lay back in the chair like a player with the straight boy. You know what I'm saying? So well-groomed. I'm a well-groomed man. I got to maintain. I've taught my sons to be well-groomed. They get weekly haircuts. They put their clothes in the cleaners. My sons get manicures and pedicures. You know what I mean? So well-groomed man attract a higher level of women, in my opinion. That's just like you know what I'm saying? Like, society sometimes teach a man, like, you the one gotta suffer. Nah, man, get your shit together, bro. Find you 4 or 5 reliable outfits. You ain't gotta put all your clothes in the cleaners. But find you 3, 4 reliable outfits, bro, and get you a rotation of cleaner clothes, man. Get you a couple of suits. Have you a dedicated dry cleaner. So if you gotta go somewhere, you gotta go on a nice date, first date, you go on a 3rd date, y'all wanna have a date night. Put on some shit where she can be proud of you when you walk in the room. You are a representation of yourself and the woman you with. So yeah, you got to be well groomed out here, man. You can't be out here looking tacky. Straight up. And there's too many niggas I see grown men be looking tacky, man. Y'all niggas you gotta do better for yourself, man. So women, do you like your man put your clothes in the cleaners? Do you like a well-groomed man? And if so, why? Or why not? And how well-groomed can your man be? Ladies. What about, let's see. What about good lotions? I know you don't want no ashy. Don't no woman want no ashy, nigga. Unless she ashy herself. But how meticulous can a man be before you get concerned about his grooming? See me, I'm gonna groom my ass off, and then I'm gonna take it to another level. I like the good lotion with where it screw off on the top. You see what I'm saying? And it might be easier for me than a lot of you niggas because I'm tough, for real. So I like the fly nigga pretty boy shit. Like, that's me. I never been scared to be confident about how handsome I am. You know what I mean? Like, I want to walk in a room and know I look better than you, nigga. Know I'm cleaner than you. I smell better. That's me. For me, it ain't got nothing to do with nobody else, but that's just me. Like, I've never been one to shrink about being attractive or being well-groomed. Like, that's your problem. Like, any securities you got when I walk in the room, that's your problem. Now, how I deal with them, that's my problem. Or my non-problem. But yeah, man, well-groomed men, we got to step it up. Y'all men got to step it up. I see a lot of men talking about women on the internet like, oh man, she wearing a wig, she wearing a BBL. And half you niggas is in a swimming pool with a tank top on, bro. Like, all niggas do is get on the internet and bash women. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I'm different. I ain't never had no anger where no woman been calling me ugly or I felt insecure. I was raised by women, beautiful women. My mama was a beautiful woman. My sisters were beautiful women. My aunts, my cousins, even my homegirls. Like I always had a relationship, beautiful relationship with black women. Like I'm not one of them niggas that gotta be mean to women to feel more masculine. You know what I mean? I hate a nigga. Sit your ass down, Pearl. I'm like, damn, what Pearl do to you, nigga? Mean ass nigga. Is that how your daddy talk to your mama? So yeah, I like being well groomed. I like being confident. I'm secure enough in my manhood that I like being fly. Like I take advantage of that shit. Just like you should take advantage of my book, The Game Changer, 8 Tips for Men to Find Peace. It's right here. Hey, drop me a like, drop me a heart or something. If you rocking with me, I appreciate you, man. Best podcast in the world, Sauce McKenzie, man. If you don't know my story, go watch my videos on YouTube. I'm just dynamic, man. You know, I went to jail at 18, did time in jail, lost my mom in jail, got out of jail, angry and shit, got some more money. You know what I mean? Started coaching basketball, became one of the best basketball coaches in the country. Started dealing with a lot of shit with that. Put a lot of kids through college, man. Put $100,000 in the community. So I'm not just one of them dudes on here, one of these old niggas telling you some shit. Like I really, really, when you see me, it look better than how I make it sound. And I pop a lot of shit, but like, it's really real with me. You know what I mean? I'm not one of them niggas that's teaching master classes from an apartment or my mother's basement. Like, no. Everything you see me in, I built it from scratch. Everything you see me driving, I own it. So I'm coming to the internet with a different type of energy, like grown man, black women love black men type energy, black men love black women type energy. Like, you know, I'm gonna break the game down about y'all being overdosing on Don Julio and being too old to twerk and being mature and what we need to do for the babies. But yeah, I also teach. I work in a school. I used to work in a school. I resigned now, but I was a basketball coach 15, 20 years. I'm very, very good with kids. Kids feel safe around me. So when you come into this content, I need you to drop a follow and I need you to share it. You know what I mean? Because it's time for some new life on the internet. I've been too chill with it, and it's time to get too real with it, man. I appreciate you. Concrete Genius Pod, man. Get a copy of my book, The Game Changer, 8 Tips for Men to Find Peace. We will be streaming live every day at noon, man. So tap in, and I hope you enjoy the pod. And today's question again, do women like well-groomed men? I need women to chime in and let me know, do you like well-groomed men? Do you like men who take care of themselves? Do you like men who get manicures, men who get weekly haircuts? Women, do you like well-groomed men? How well-groomed do you like your man? Let me know. And tap in with me, man. You're dealing with your boy, Sauce McKenzie, man. Follow me on all socials. I appreciate y'all, man. It's Concrete Genius Pod. Y'all rocking with the best. And how well-groomed do you like your man? All right. Now, it is some shit as a well-groomed man, but also as a nigga that's been, you know, I'm a tough nigga. I'm a nigga that did some time. I knocked some niggas out, had my head split, been stabbed, shot, all that type of shit. But I ain't getting my eyebrows waxed. Now, I got some nice eyebrows, you know what I'm saying? When I was little, you know, I used to have to fight a lot because the girl said I had pretty eyelashes and all the gorilla niggas used to get mad, you know what I mean? But I ain't fucking with my eyebrows, bro. I'm a pretty nigga, right? I'm a good looking man, but I don't never want my barber touching these. I'm never gonna get these waxed. I'm never gonna get my eyebrows teased. That's where I gotta draw the line at, buddy. All right. I also draw the line, and I'm speaking for me personally. You can do you. Now I'm talking to the man now and the women. Now, me as a man, I also draw a line facials. I'm blessed to have good skin. My mom's skin was so beautiful, they called her pudding. So I'm blessed to have beautiful skin, just beautiful red Indian skin, you know what I mean? So flawless skin. I probably had 9 bumps in my face in my life, and I get rid of me immediately because I know it's something I ate or drink, right? But I ain't never been no nigga. I got a facial one time. It was free somewhere. I think I was like at a spa, right? And I felt so stupid. Cause I'm like, what's this bitch burning doing in my face? Like my face is already, it's straight. You know what I mean? Like I ain't getting no fucking facials, man. It's too risky. Like, I don't know. But if a nigga need a facial to look better, I totally co-sign it. But just me personally, I ain't with nobody like, I don't need it. So it's hard to say what you wouldn't do when you don't need it. But if I was just a okay nigga and getting a facial and I had the big Wolfgang Puck eyebrows and it could make me a decent looking person, then cool. Some people got different skin problems. So I'm not really judging you, but I just don't do it. So women, again, do you like a well-groomed man? And could you date a man that get facials? Could you date a man that get his eyebrows waxed? I need to know. Like, could you be in love with your husband and he got an appointment for a manicure, a facial, a haircut? Is that too much for you? Like I said, I'm a manicure, pedicure, once a week haircut guy. I'm not facial. I don't do eyebrows. I don't like nobody teasing my eyebrows. I don't get my shit waxed. But I'm curious to know, because a lot of men need to know, because there's a lot of insecure niggas right now that really, really need a pedicure, but they think a woman gonna think, or maybe they, because to me, right, if you a grown ass man and you worry about what somebody gonna think because you get your toes clipped and cut and the dead skin taken off for your own preferences and health, then you ain't no man anyway. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna never have a type of woman that I'm talking about anyway. Cause like I'm gonna go in that moment, I go in the nail salon, it'd be 35 white women in there. Hey, any of y'all free, man? I need to get my toes, need to get a pedicure, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Like I told you, nigga, I do that pretty boy shit, but I will beat your ass. Even as a baby born in the 1900s, nigga, I still got it. But this is the big question right here. Follow me on all socials at Concrete Genius Pod, man. It's your boy Big Sauce. I ain't really playing with them, man. They was playing with me, but I ain't playing back. You know what I mean? And I take trips around the world when I feel like it, man. I really do. But listen, this is the big question to the ladies. And I'm live on the top. So if you live on the top, ladies, I want y'all to pay attention. This one question. Everybody watching this pod. Can you date a man with a hairpiece? Y'all know what a hairpiece is. I'm talking about the man who get the shit shaved and he got the shit on the side and then they put the Elmer's glue on his shit and then they just lay the rug on it and then they just put the heat on it. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga doing a vinyl press to a t-shirt. Can you date a man with a hair unit, ladies? Can you date a man whose dreads may come off on a roller coaster? Can you date a man whose scalp just scratching in the middle of the bed and he just peeling motherfucking dreads off and now this nigga got the George Jefferson with the braids hanging down? Can you date that nigga? Because you might be dating him now, you don't even know it, right? Could you date a man with a hairpiece? And before y'all go in and start dogging out niggas who got to wear a hairpiece, I'm not finna bash women. This is not about bashing women. I just want to say they've been letting white men get away with toupees for forever, right? Forever. So for the bald guy with the oddly shaped head, because everybody can't be bald and just do this. This right here, a lot of niggas get bald. Them niggas gotta wear a hat in the bathtub. Know what I'm saying? Like you ever see a bald nigga, that nigga have on a hat. That nigga work out in a hat, nigga. I seen a nigga running a marathon in a hat. His head was so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So everybody ain't blessed to have a bald head that they can rock freely, right? So my question to the ladies again is, can you date a man? Can you date a man that wears a hair unit? Can you date a man that got to get an install, a hair unit install? I want to know, especially in the black community. This is any women, but black women, I want to know. Can you date a black man who, when he got his install, oh man, he looked like a king. Nigga look like a model. He on the runway. And they got the big locks, the dreads, strong black brother, good looking man. But when y'all get to the crib and he finally trusts you, and he got to peel that motherfucking rug off, and now you wake up and you see that fucking homie the clown at the top, and then you see them 6, 7 lonely dreads looking like orphans with no cell phone service just hanging around. Can you love that man? Can you love a man with a hair unit? I'm very curious to know. Because niggas, it's a lot of niggas listening with hair units right now that's probably flirting with you and they scared to take it the next step because they scared how you gonna feel about them when you see them with their hair off. And is it fair for men to be judged differently if they wear a hair unit? I'm curious because it ain't fair to judge a woman if she has to wear a wig. It ain't fair to judge a woman if she has to wear makeup, right? So why is it fair to judge a man if he got to wear the skull cap dreads or the skull cap fade and it makes him look 20 years younger? You know what I mean? Like, would you feel like a man catfished you if you saw him with a hair unit? So if you dated a man for 6 months and he just got these long, glowing, beautiful dreads, you done played in them, you done rubbed your hand in them, you just love that nigga dreads, right? And then 6 months, I mean, really, you think this nigga the one. Y'all done been out of town, Turks and Caicos. You like, girl, I finally found me a nigga that I can love. And then right before he proposed, he say, I got to be honest with you, baby. This is a man unit on my head. This is not my hair. Would you still love that man? Would you be able to tell your friends that at night your man has the Sherman Hemsley, the George Jefferson with 4 dreadlocks? Could you tell your friends that, or could you in your heart knowingly love a man that wasn't confident enough to walk around with his own bald head? This is a very important question, women. I want to know, and a lot of men follow me, so I need y'all to chime in and let me know. Can you as a woman date a man with a hair unit? I'm talking about this nigga look, and the hair unit make this nigga go from looking 65 to 41. Nigga in good shape. He got a good job, great family, well-spoken gentleman. Could you date him? I just want to know, because a lot of men want to know. There's a lot of men with hair units right now stalking your page, listening to this pod, that want to know, would a black woman feel confident marrying a man with a hair unit? Or would you tell them, okay, you can wear it, dog, but can't nobody know, or I'll kill you? Like, what does that do for women, right? First of all, the conversation started, women, can you date a well-groomed man? Men are paying attention. We on TikTok. I got people in here on TikTok on the live. We on live on YouTube. We on live on IG. We live everywhere. We live on riverside.com. Can you date a man with a hair unit? And if so, or if not, why? All right. Would you rather date a man with a hair unit or a man with veneers? Can you date a man with veneers? See, veneers get a pass. I feel like veneers get a pass because they necessary, but the hair unit don't get a pass. You got to give, either you got to give one a pass or both a pass, right? And I feel like it's very hypocritical for a woman to say, I couldn't deal with no man that's scared to come out the house looking like how he is, and you scared to go to the grocery store without a wig. Is that fair to men? I'm curious. We just want to know, baby. Would you date a nigga with a hair unit? That's a very, very good question. Do you like a well-groomed man? How far does it go? Nigga can't get on a roller coaster. Nigga definitely can't get in the pool with that motherfucker. Do y'all even like it when men dye their beards? Right? I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I was about 36. I saw some grays. I was in shape. I'm talking about I'm benching 295 on the incline. I'm just pull up. I'm talking about I'm a motherfucking horse. I'm a grown ass man, right? I started getting a few grays. This was back in the day, right? So me, I let a motherfucker talk to me. I slathered that paintbrush shit on that motherfucker, man. That motherfucking kiwi shoe polish on my shit. My wife said, nigga, if you don't get that goddamn shit off your face. Hey, man. And I ain't gonna lie, even before she said it, you know, anybody in a relationship, you know how you do something and you know you look dumb as hell, but you really need that confirmation from somebody that love you, like your kids or your parents or your significant other, your girl or your man, to tell you like, nah, baby, you look dumb as hell. And ever since then, I've been anti-kiwi shoe. And it wasn't even none. It was like, nah, you out of town, you getting a haircut, you know what I'm saying? I think I was in a, nah, I ain't gonna even lie and say I was in Atlanta, nigga. I was in Indiana. Put that shit. Ever since then, I just started walking the grays, you know? So could you date a nigga with Beijing? Could you date a nigga with the Jaylen Brown shit? Where that shit, you know what I mean? That shit rub off on your shirt. Bitch got on a white shirt. And this nigga then rubbed his head on your shirt. You got motherfucking kiwi shoe polish on your shirt. Do you like all this shit, ladies? Do you like hair dyes? Do you like hair pieces for men? Like, where does the line draw for women which y'all feel uncomfortable? I'm talking to the masses. I'm talking to my sisters. Like, men need to know, right? Is the hair dye acceptable? Do you like it when niggas had a fake beard drawn on? You know what I mean? I call it the Rick Ross joint. Nigga just, now Rick Ross, I don't know if it should draw. I'm just saying, look like that shape, nigga. Just because these beards saved a lot of niggas. I don't like all of that Grizzly Adams shit. I saw my beard when I was in Vegas. I said, I'm too handsome to have my face that hid. My face should never be on witness protection, but I'm handsome. Do you like beard dyes, ladies? Do you like your man with Beijing in his head? And do you like your man when your pillowcase got nothing but black on it, like that Drewski skit? Just straight kiwi, ROTC, shine your boots every Friday shoe polish. Can you date that nigga? And are you one of those women that think certain grooming tips should be left for women? Now, I kind of fall in that category as man. It's certain shit that we gotta let the women have. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never gonna care. I don't want nothing that looks like a person. I don't want female jewelry. Like, it still gotta be some divide from what the women have and what we have. Like, it still gotta be a level of ruggedness as a man to be like, I don't wanna have to go through as much as a woman does, nigga, to be handsome. Like, so I don't like the argument when a nigga be like, shit, I can dye my shit. You know, the women do it. But societal pressure is different on women. At some point as a man, it's a balance, right? And I know I seem hypocritical because I'm a nigga that'll get a pedicure and a manicure once, twice a month. But I also feel like I think maybe that's more clothes and shit. You know what I mean? Style. But should a man, with the exception of makeup, obviously, you wear makeup, nigga, you on some other shit. But even filters, like I don't think as a man you should have a filter on your picture. I ain't gonna lie. If I see a nigga, unless the woman take the picture and he just a casualty of the filter, because obviously women like filters because they don't want a nigga to show all them hoes in their face. But if I see a nigga with a solo picture and that motherfucker got the filter on it, how the women look, where they like make it think your phone greasy, nigga, I don't trust you. Nigga, why is you putting a filter on your picture? So it's kind of almost like a preference about grooming and then what you tolerate and what I tolerate. Like, I know dudes, right? Street dudes. And I used to be in the streets, right? I could be hanging with a street nigga. And we could be talking about a square, like some shit happening and got into a nigga. And the street niggas has said to me, like, yeah, man, nigga work all the time, shit, man. Nigga always getting a haircut, nigga, and perfectly manicured, man. I don't trust that nigga. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of do the same thing, nigga. I'm just violent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't maybe view me as that nigga, but I mean, I get a haircut every week too. I stay in shape. I work out, look good. I'm well groomed. I'm always presentable with a haircut. So, I mean, I'm kind of the same nigga. I just got a history of splitting people head to the white meat and fucking niggas up. I'm still the same nigga. I'm gonna be a fly nigga too. So, where does the line draw for men and women between grooming and you doing too much? It's such a personal preference that it's an endless subject because nobody knows what the answer is. Concrete Genius Pod, man, get a copy of my book, The Game Changer, 8 Tips for Man to Find Peace. And as I leave you with this, I want to tell you, man, look, when it comes to grooming, this is all content. This is all for speculation and commentary if you decide what you want. Whatever makes you feel good, that's what you got to do, right? And if you a man and you dating a woman and you nigga, you got your hair unit on her and she tell you she don't like that and you like what you like, don't let nobody influence you to change. Be by yourself till a person can accept you for whatever you're doing. But my only advice to men on grooming, well, I got a couple of tips. Number one, do it for yourself, right? Don't do it for the women. Don't do it for what you think society gonna do. If you're gonna do something that's gonna make you more well-groomed, make it part of your routine and do it for yourself, right? But most important is men. Before we start getting into all accessories and the clothes and the expensive clothes and shoes and what kind of car we driving and the jewelry, it's a lot of processes we can't skip. And it's this one, right? If you can't see this, this is dental floss, B. This right here is more important than all that jewelry you wearing, your car, your rims, none of that shit. Because she can want to use you and find you repulsive. But if you ain't using this, bro, if you ain't using this and you ain't taking care of your dental hygiene, bro, and you ain't taking care of your physical hygiene, bro, she already putting you in the category of a nigga I feel disgusting, but what can I get from this nigga? So the key to women, and I try to explain this to men, is that if you be the best you'll find the person that's best for you, right? If you slacking and you funky, you musty. You ever seen a musty nigga with a $3,000 outfit? Yeah, a woman gonna talk to you because you got on $4,000 worth of clothes, but she really don't want you. And she gonna be repulsed if she be with you, but she gonna take that money. And then you ever seen a dude who work at Jiffy Lube and he got all the broads? Because the power is in you being the best self. And then sex appeal is like, that shit don't cost nothing. A lot of times as men, right, we fall into 2 categories. Like men who want to and men who have to, right? See, me, I had to get money, but not to get women, just to survive because I had a status quo for myself, right? And that status quo included being well groomed, taking care of myself, flossing 2-3 times a day, brushing my teeth, shit like that. Now, as I got older, that brought more women and more people to me because I was attractive, well groomed, tough ass nigga. But some niggas don't get the attention until they throw on the $4,000 outfit of the shoes. But you forget this. You can control flossing your teeth. You can control what you eat. You can control push-ups and sit-ups. You can control walking around your neighborhood, walking up and down the stairs 20 times. That you can control. So if you can control everything in your power to make yourself feel and look as good as you can, then you will be less worried about people thinking about the other shit you got to do, right? When I was single and somebody say, man, I ain't never dated a nigga that got a pedicure. Well, thanks for telling me that. You know what I mean? Because I already had my suspicions, but you shouldn't be here talking to me. You know what I mean? Because I'm confident and I know that what I'm doing is for me, right? I'm gonna tell you a story, right? I worked at a job. And I was in the job, you know what I mean? I come in that motherfucker. And I already got white fingernail. I tell you, I'm Choctaw, Indian skin, fingernail. I'm different, man. I always had white ass nails. So I had to fight a lot when I ain't fight a lot, but you know, oh, you got nails like a girl. Bing, bing. Nigga start crying, put these knuckles in the nigga eye. Niggas don't joke no more. But so I get my nails. I don't get polished or nothing, but I go in there, I get them cleaned under. I hate dirt under my nails. I hate dead skin. And then I don't get polished, but I had Shorty put the little sponge on it, buff it, right? So I'm at work, I'm chilling, I'm minding my business. This ain't at the school, so I don't want to buy it at my last job thing. This was the job before my last job. But anyway, I'm at work. We having a little meeting and shit. And a woman said to me, she said, now mind you, I'm married, right? I mind my business. I crack jokes, but I don't be getting all that other shit. She said, damn, your nails pretty. So she said it in a way maybe thinking people was gonna leave. It was like 12 of us in there, you know what I mean? She said, damn, your nails pretty. I said, I appreciate it, you know what I mean? However you gotta express it, thank you. She said, my nigga, I wish my man would get a manicure. So me, I'm type nigga, I ain't gonna walk into what you laying. I'm gonna let you walk into it and then I'm gonna just pull a plug on you, right? So she was like, I ain't never dated no nigga, you know what I mean, get as many pedicures, manicures as me. And I looked her dead in her eyes and I said, you know what? I ain't never dated a bitch with a fake purse. So I guess we both doing what we used to. She wanted to fight. Because now you fucking with me and you walking around here with this motherfucking Coach bag with 2 technicals. That motherfucker ain't even no Coach, baby. I used to buy counterfeit shit from New York. That motherfucker is not no Coach. You bum ass bitch. So a lot of women I see, and women y'all might get mad at this, some of y'all. A lot of women I see who down in life are using social media to kick men. Men got to avoid them type of motherfuckers. Like, your problems in life, even if they're due to men, they're men that you chose to be with, right? So the whole black women bashing men, I see a lot of women online getting their estrogen off bashing men because they rent due. That's not a man's fault. That's not all men's fault because you make poor choices with your coochie or your dating life. Like, don't be bitter at the black man holding the door because you keep having babies by niggas who read with their fingers. Like, that's not our fault. We're here to be kind to you, but don't take your pressure out on us. Just like black men, don't curse out black women online minding their business, showing their body, because you can't get a hug without taking a bitch to Roof Chris. Like, so many people place their insecurities onto the world, and we see it more with the internet, and it's not really for us, right? And I see women say, oh man, men, a root all men, all this, man. You wouldn't even be here if a man didn't pull his penis out, right? I hope you know that. Like, just like I wouldn't be here if a woman didn't open her legs. So as a man, I could never hate what nurtured me. Like, I grew up off titty milk. How can I be mad at women? Like, everybody's an individual, my nigga. Nobody's a monolith. See, we get mad at white folks when white folks say, oh, all niggas steal, or all niggas play basketball, and y'all want to be rappers, or y'all violent. Because we know that's not true. We know individually we all different as black people, right? But then the same black people that get mad at white people will get on this motherfucker and be like, oh, man ain't shit, girl. Make these men do this. A man will never again come in my life and leave me with a baby, and then you look up 9 months later, she pregnant again. Those are your choices, baby girl. Like, why does the internet have to be the launching board for your stupidity? You know how many people I mute on Facebook because they get on that motherfucker and be like, oh, woe is me, man. Every man I've ever dealt with, he's been trash. Yeah, I think that's you, baby. You know what I mean? Like, because I've never dated somebody that I got something bad to say about now. Even if the relationship didn't end well. And then I've also never had a bad experience with a woman that was gonna make me say, all black women ain't shit. See, women get mad when the niggas that love white women do that and say that. Oh man, I'm tired of these black bitches, they loud. Them niggas is wrong. And that's coonery to say that. That's ignorant to say that. But it's also just as ignorant as women, for you women to blame men for your 2 baby daddies that are retarded. It's impossible. You can't have it both ways. I can't say that R word. They'll fuck around, block me out this bitch. You can't have it both ways, ladies. You can't get on the internet, right? And blame future men for your past choices. Because you ain't nothing but a red pill female. You know what I mean? You're not an incel because you've been selling that pussy. But now you mad because the choice is you. The only way you can blame men for your problem is if you've been a victim of assault, SA, or domestic violence. No woman should be victims of neither one of those. But we all know women that like niggas that like to go upside the head. So at the end of the day, if you still, you from the time you date from 15 to you 30, and you keep choosing niggas that go upside your head, now you 35, and it's like, all niggas ain't shit but violent animals. That's what you went looking for. If I go to LA, right? And I go to LA and I got on a suit, tie, I'm minding my business, right? I hope they ain't kick me out. Oh, my phone died. Shit. I can't do nothing about it. I'm sorry, Top. Phone died. But if I go to LA, right? And I got on a suit and tie, right? And I go looking for positive things, you know what I mean? I go to nice communities, you know what I mean? I'm shopping. I'm in Beverly Hills, man. I'm moving around. I'm trying to do nice things, man. I'm going to Malibu. I'm trying to see the greater side of life, man. And then some bullshit happen. I can say, man, what is this bullshit happening over here for? But if I wake up and decide I'm going to the hood every day and I got somebody show me in the hood to tell me why they call this the hood and something happened, you brought it on yourself, bucko. You brought it on yourself. Concrete Genius Pod, man. Get a copy of my book, The Game Changer, man. 8 tips for man to find peace, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We gonna do this again, man. I love you. And pray. Peace.